6 signs you're more attractive than you think, most men miss. Sign 4. Most men are not rejected because they are unattractive. They are rejected because they do not know when attraction is already happening. And that is the crazy part. A woman can be interested in you, giving you signs, opening doors, creating moments, making herself available, and you can still miss all of it because you are waiting for something obvious. You are waiting for her to say, "I like you." You are waiting for her to chase you. You are waiting for her to make it so clear that there is no risk involved. But attraction does not usually work like that, especially with women. A woman may be attracted to you and still act calm. She may like you and still tease you. She may want you to make a move and still pretend she is not waiting. She may be nervous around you and you will think she is uninterested. That is why some men walk around thinking they are average when, in reality, women have been reacting to them the whole time. They just do not know how to read the room. So today, I am going to show you 6 signs you are more attractive than you think. And pay close attention to sign number 4, because that one is where most men completely misread women and lose opportunities they actually had. Welcome to the channel. Let's get into it. Sign 1. Women do small things differently around you. The first sign you are more attractive than you think is simple. Women behave slightly differently when you are around. Not dramatically, not like a movie, not like she suddenly drops everything and starts staring at you like you are the last man on earth. No, it is usually smaller than that. But small does not mean meaningless. A woman may be relaxed with everyone else, but when you enter the conversation, she adjusts. She fixes her hair. She straightens her clothes. She sits up a little better. She becomes more aware of how she is speaking. She checks her posture. She looks at you, then looks away. She suddenly becomes more playful, or she suddenly becomes more careful. That is the part many men miss. Attraction does not make every woman louder. Some women become more expressive when they like you. Others become more controlled. One woman may laugh more, ask more questions, and lean into the conversation. Another woman may get quieter, become slightly awkward, or act like she is trying not to give too much away. Both can be signs. The key is not whether she becomes loud or quiet. The key is whether she changes. That is what you need to watch. How does she act with other people? And how does she act with you? If she is casual with everybody else but suddenly more alert when you speak, that is information. If she is confident with the group but becomes slightly nervous when you are close, that is information. If she keeps finding reasons to restart conversation with you, that is information. Most men ignore these things because they are looking for a giant signboard that says, "She wants you." But women do not always move like that. Sometimes attraction is not in what she says. It is in what she adjusts. A woman who is attracted may not tell you directly, but her body often speaks before her mouth does. She may turn toward you when you talk. She may hold eye contact just a little longer. She may smile and then try to hide it. She may tease you more than she teases other men. She may become very aware of your reaction to what she says. And no, this does not mean every woman who touches her hair wants you. Do not be that guy. But when these signs appear together and her behavior changes specifically around you, then you need to stop pretending nothing is happening. Because attraction creates a shift. And if you are too insecure to notice the shift, you will miss the moment. Sign 2. She gives you attention. She does not give everybody else. Attention is currency, and women do not spend it equally. A woman may be polite to many men. She may smile at many men. She may respond to many men. But when she is attracted to a man, her attention becomes more selective. She pays attention differently. She remembers little things you said. She notices when you enter the room. She reacts when you speak. She looks for your response in group conversations. She may not be staring at you openly, but she knows where you are. That is a sign. Because when a woman is indifferent, you blend into the background. You are just another person in the environment. But when she is attracted, you become a point of focus, even if she tries to hide it. For example, you may be in a group and everyone is talking. You say something and she turns fully toward you. Not halfway. Fully. She locks in. She listens longer than necessary. She reacts to your joke faster than everyone else. She asks follow-up questions that keep you talking. She may even challenge you playfully, not because she disagrees, but because she wants more engagement from you. That is not random. That is selective attention. And selective attention is one of the clearest signs of attraction. Now, here is where men mess it up. They see the attention, but they do nothing with it. They think, maybe she's just being nice. And yes, maybe she is. But confidence is not about assuming every woman wants you. Confidence is about recognizing when there is enough interest to move the interaction forward. You do not need certainty, you need awareness. Because if a woman keeps giving you her attention, keeps re-entering your space, keeps responding to your energy, and keeps creating moments for interaction, then at some point you have to stop acting blind. You do not have to be aggressive, you do not have to force anything, but you do have to respond. Attraction dies when one person keeps sending signals and the other person keeps acting like a confused security guard. Is this for me? Yes, brother, sometimes it is for you. Wake up. Sign 3. People treat you like you already have value. Here is something a lot of men do not understand. You can be respected before you say much. Not deep respect. Deep respect is earned over time. But initial respect? That often comes from perception. Before you open your mouth, people are already reading you. Your posture, your eye contact, your grooming, your calmness, your energy, your pace, your confidence, your ability to be present without looking desperate for approval. When you have attractive presence, people feel it. They may not even know why, but they respond differently. You walk into a room and people make space. You speak and people pause. You give an opinion and people consider it. A woman may trust your judgment quickly. She may let you choose the place. She may ask what you think. She may look at you when something needs direction. That is not always about status. Sometimes it is presence. A man who carries himself well creates the impression that he knows who he is. And that impression is powerful. But here is the dangerous part. Many men feel that respect and immediately ruin it. How? They start performing. They talk too much. They explain too much. They try to prove they are smart. They try to prove they are funny. They try to prove they are different. They try to prove they deserve the attention they are already getting. And the moment you start trying too hard to prove your value, you lower it. Because attractive presence does not beg to be believed. It does not over-explain. It does not chase validation. It stands. So if people already respond to you with a certain level of respect, do not panic and start auditioning for their approval. Relax into it. Speak slower. Move with intention. Do not rush to fill every silence. Do not explain yourself like you are in court. The respect came from how you showed up. Do not destroy it by acting like you are shocked to receive it. Sign 4. Some women act cold because you make them nervous. This is the sign that destroys a lot of men. A woman likes you, but she does not act warm. So you assume she is not interested. And sometimes you are right, but sometimes you are dead wrong. Because attraction does not always make a woman soft. Sometimes attraction makes her guarded, especially if she sees you as the kind of man who has options. She may become more serious around you. She may give shorter answers. She may avoid too much eye contact. She may act slightly unimpressed. She may speak carefully. She may seem like she is holding herself back. And the average man reads that as rejection. He thinks, she is not feeling me. Then he either gives up too soon or starts trying too hard. Both are mistakes. Because there is a difference between disinterest and intimidation. Disinterest feels empty. There is no tension, no curiosity, no awareness. She is not trying to be near you. She is not watching you. She is not reacting to you. She is just not there emotionally. But intimidation feels controlled. She notices you. She listens. She responds. She may seem reserved, but she is still aware. There is energy under the surface. There is tension in the interaction. You can feel that she is not indifferent. She is just managing herself. That is the difference. Some women protect themselves when they feel attraction. They do not want to look too eager. They do not want to lose control. They do not want to make it obvious that you affect them. They may wonder if you are serious. They may wonder if you are a player. They may wonder if they are just another woman to you. So they test the energy before they open up. This is why your job is not to chase. Your job is to stay grounded. Be calm, be warm, be direct. But do not become needy. Do not start dancing for her approval because she is guarded. That is how you lose the very attraction that made her nervous in the first place. The right move is to hold your frame. Let her feel your steadiness. Let her see that you are not desperate. Let her see that you are confident without being arrogant. If she is interested, she will. She will give more. But if she gives you nothing, then respect it and move on. The skill is knowing the difference between a woman who is guarded and a woman who is gone. A guarded woman still gives tension. An uninterested woman gives nothing. Learn that and you will stop misreading half your interactions. Sign 5. Women create little openings for you to make a move. A woman who likes you will not always chase. Many times, she will create an opening and wait to see what you do with it. This is where a lot of men fail. They expect women to be direct in a masculine way. They expect her to say, "I want you to ask me out now." But most women will not do that. Instead, she drops hints, she gives you the ball. Then she waits to see if you can play. For example, she says, "I have been wanting to try that new place." That is an opening. She says, "I never have plans on Sundays." That is an opening. She says, "You seem like you would be fun to hang out with." That is an opening. She says, "We should go there sometime." Brother, that is not a random weather report. That is a door. Walk through it. And no, walking through it does not mean being creepy or forcing the situation. It means being clear. If she says, "We should go there sometime," you say, "Cool, let's do it this week. What day works for you?" Simple. No speech, no nervous laugh, no, haha, yeah, maybe one day. No waiting 3 weeks and then wondering why the energy died. When a woman creates an opening, she wants to see if you can lead. Leadership is not control. Leadership is direction. It is the ability to take a moment and move it somewhere. Most men lose attraction because they hesitate too long. They see the door open, then they stand outside asking themselves, "Is this really a door?" By the time they decide, she has already closed it. From her perspective, she gave you a chance. You did not take it. So she assumes one of two things. Either you are not interested, or you are not confident. Neither one helps you. So the next time a woman gives you an opening, stop turning it into a committee meeting in your head. Read the moment. Move calmly. Be direct. That alone will separate you from most men. Sign 6. Other men start acting different around you. If you want to know your perceived value, do not only watch women, watch men. Men are always reading hierarchy. Not always consciously, but instinctively. When you enter a space, other men quickly assess where you stand. Are you competition? Are you confident? Are you someone they can ignore? Are you someone they need to measure themselves against? And if you have presence, some men will react. They may become louder around you. They may try to interrupt you. They may challenge what you say. They may try to one-up you. They may suddenly become more performative when women are nearby. They may act relaxed until you start getting attention, then suddenly they need to prove something. That is information. It means your presence is being felt. Now, this does not mean every man who talks over you is threatened by you. Some people are just annoying, let's be honest. But when you notice a pattern of men becoming more competitive when you are around, that tells you something. You are not invisible. You are being measured. And women notice this too. Women watch how men respond to each other. They notice who stays calm. They notice who gets challenged. They notice who commands attention. They notice who starts acting insecure. They notice who needs to prove himself and who does not. This is why composure matters. If another man tries to compete with you and you become emotional, you lose. If he gets loud and you get louder, you lose. If he tries to one-up you and you start defending your ego, you lose. Attractive men do not fight for the spotlight like hungry actors at an audition. They stay composed. They do not chase attention. They do not panic when challenged. They do not need to dominate every room. They let their presence breathe. That calmness is powerful. Because the man who controls himself often controls the room. Final message. So, are you more attractive than you think? Maybe. But but you will never know if you keep waiting for attraction to look obvious. Sometimes attraction looks like a woman adjusting herself when you come near. Sometimes it looks like her giving you attention she does not give everyone else. Sometimes it looks like people respecting you before you have explained who you are. Sometimes it looks like a woman acting guarded because your presence makes her nervous. Sometimes it looks like her creating openings and waiting for you to lead. Sometimes it looks like other men reacting to you because your presence changed the room. And sometimes it looks like everything going better when you finally stop trying so hard. Most men are not as unattractive as they think. They are just unaware. They miss the signs. They overthink the moment. They hesitate when the door is open. They perform when they should relax. They chase when they should lead. And then they walk away thinking, maybe she was never interested. No, maybe you just did not know what interest looked like. That changes today. From now on, do not just listen to what a woman says. Watch what changes. Watch her attention. Watch her posture. Watch how she responds when you speak. Watch whether she creates openings. Watch whether she becomes playful, nervous, focused, or controlled. Attraction does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. And the man who knows how to hear the whisper moves differently. He does not beg to be chosen. He does not perform for approval. He does not freeze when the moment comes. He recognizes the signal. He leads with calm confidence. And that is what separates the men who keep missing opportunities from the men who know exactly what to do with them. If this video gave you clarity, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Because most men do not need more dating tricks, they need awareness. And once you become aware, you stop moving like a man who is hoping he is enough. You start moving like a man who knows his value. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.